guys, Justine here. I just wanted to do a video today as a reminder to myself and a reminder to everybody else watching, which is how I always do my videos. It's for self and for others. I want to put out a reminder today of how we can change the world. And I know that I can't be the only person out there who sometimes thinks that helping people can only happen by doing it directly. And what I mean by this is sometimes we see the best in people. I'm one of those people. I see people's potential. I see the best in people, and I want to believe that people have good intentions. And obviously, in this world, there are some people that are very hurting and don't have the purest of intentions. And I believe that stems from deep within, having unresolved issues of many kinds. And we see this on a global scale, and we see this in our personal lives as well. And in the past, many times, I have admittedly stayed too long in friendships that were toxic, in relationships of all kinds that were toxic, for the sole reason that I knew that the person I was interacting with was hurting. And it's one thing to have compassion, but it's another thing to enable people and to allow a situation that's not healthy to carry on for too long. And what I've come to learn and realize is that the best way that we can help people is to forgive, and that doesn't excuse poor behavior, but to come to a place of inner peace. Because yes, people need compassion and people need forgiveness, but the way to help people is to lead by example, and that is how we can help save the world, really. This is how we can help the collective, and this is how we can help people individually. People we know that we aren't in contact anymore, people that we pass on the street, people that we know dearly and intimately, our friends, our family, our spouses. This is how we make an impact, is by showing up for ourselves first and taking good care of ourselves so we can come from that whole peaceful, loving space and bring that out into the world and just lead by example. And that doesn't mean that we have to be perfect, our idea of what perfect is, because everyone has a different idea of what that means. And there's no such thing. We're all perfectly imperfect human beings, and we all make mistakes, so we don't have to be perfect. But we also don't need to be people's saviors. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be kind and we shouldn't go out of our way for people in need, because it's important to do that when the time calls for it. But we don't have to do that all the time. I think sometimes the best thing we can do is just walk away from a situation when we need to and take some breathing space and send prayers and send positive thoughts to people and just focus on our own shit and try our best to take care of ourselves. And sometimes we're going to fall off our bandwagon. I do. Everyone does. We all fall off the self-care bandwagon from time to time. We do, and that's okay. And we need to forgive ourselves for that. Try our best to lead by example and just be kind, because everybody has pain. Everybody has a past. Everybody has dealt with some sort of trauma to some degree. And it's not our job to go around trying to fix people. It's our job to show up for ourselves, to do what we love, to be love, to spread love. Even if it's from afar or from a distance, that's okay too. That's our job. That's how we can help the world. By being ourselves and leading by example and embodying that. By staying true to ourselves and our beliefs, even if they differ from others. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many likes we get on Facebook. It doesn't matter about numbers. What matters is how we're treating ourselves and treating our fellow humans. And we really just have to start to show up for ourselves and trust that in doing so we're making such a big impact, a positive impact on this planet, bigger than we even realize. Just by being ourselves, being kind, listening to ourselves and our gut and our heart, and following our passions and dreams, leading by example. That helps people, that inspires people. And sometimes people will come up and tell you that, and other times people won't. But you have silent supporters. We all have people that are silently rooting for us and are silently inspired by us. And sometimes, honestly, people aren't even conscious of what they're going through in terms of pain. And so us trying to go and fix somebody from a logical standpoint doesn't work, because a lot of the times it's hidden and it's buried deep down, and people aren't aware of why they're so hurtful to others and why they're so hurtful to themselves and what they're going through. They just don't understand. And so the best way to try to help people is just to show up for yourself, and from that space, trust that you're making a positive difference, and it's not your job to go around fixing and healing people one by one. It's just your job to show up and shine. That's it, folks.